As the world commemorates this year's International Human Rights Day, Nigerians are grappling with a number of rights that are yet to be adequately guaranteed. With prevailing insecurity, the right to safety is uppermost. The lack of basic amenities such as access to clean water, food, and healthcare are also of concern. Discussions at this Human Rights Day celebration focus on reaffirming the values of human rights. The conversation raises profound questions. What changes can we champion as individuals? What silence can we break? What role does the government play in ensuring that access to the law is a fundamental human right rather than a privilege?
Human rights are essential. They are day-to-day requirements or day-to-day rights that we cannot do without. And you can talk about different types of rights. The right to life, the right to, in some jurisdictions we talk about the right to health care. We talk about the right to education. Even in Nigeria, we have the universal basic education law. These essentially underline the importance that the international community, through the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, recognizes that every human being should be able to enjoy some basic essentials.
So in terms of security too, the Honorable Minister of Interior has established e-border system. This is a system whereby all the correctional centers in Nigeria are covered by cameras 24 hours. There was the first scheme containing about 30 custodial centers was undertaken last year. This year there's a second phase which will cover a lot of correctional services.
At another event, senior advocate Femi Falana asserts that Nigeria's fight against terrorism will remain ineffective unless the government addresses social welfare and unemployment issues.
We only talk of physical insecurity, acquiring ammunition, arms and ammunition for the military, reorganize the police. We never address the most important aspect of security, and that is social security. And my position is that you may spend all the money you have in the world on acquiring military hardware, but if you don't address unemployment of young people, illiteracy of young people, you are simply wasting your time.
So why are we going to places where you come back with a body bag? Iraq, over 7,000 Nigerians are stranded in Iraq. We brought back a body bag of a man's wife. And this is not a poor person. The guy is not a poor person, but he sent his wife to Iraq to be a caregiver. Then he called me frantically, his wife is dead. He didn't know what to do. Iraq.
In discussing the distinction between cybercrimes such as doxing and cyberstalking and the freedom of expression, Dr. Monday Obani calls for a proper understanding of the law to strike a balance.
The law allows you to freely express yourself in a democratic society, but also know it that there are limitations even on the fundamental human rights. Section 45 says on so privacy, on issue of security, on issue of other areas, morality, there is a limitation by the law made in a democratic society. So it is important that those who sit down, with their iPad or with their phone and type all manner of things and abuse, cyber stalk, cyber bully others, there are consequences. The Cybercrime Act has made laws in order also to protect individuals.
Nigeria's constitution guarantees freedom of expression and the right to receive and impart information. However, advocates say this freedom must be exercised with responsibility.
As the Attorney General of the Federation, I reaffirm our unwavering commitment to upholding the rule of law and protecting the rights of all Nigerians. We are advancing reform to ensure that our legal and judicial systems are accessible, efficient, and fair.
Human rights advocates are also urging a complete overhaul of Nigeria's justice system to facilitate speedy judgments, especially for those held unjustly. Juliet Obata, Arise News.